Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing on with my seasonal color analysis series, and we are in our final seasonal grouping, which is the autumn seasons. And today we are going to be looking at soft or muted autumn. If you are not familiar with what is seasonal color analysis or personal color analysis, that is where we have a grouping of colors that are split into 4 seasons that are winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Each of those seasons has 3 subseasons. The subseason we are looking at today is going to be soft autumn, which is followed by warm or true autumn and deep dark autumn. Soft autumn is one of the 3 subseasons of the autumn season. Autumn is classified by having a neutral to warm undertone, which means it can play with some cooler tones and some silver jewelry, but it primarily shines the brightest in warmer tones. On our seasonal flowchart of 12 different seasons, soft autumn sits between the final summer season, which is soft or muted summer, and the primary autumn season, which is warm true autumn. Warm true autumn gives soft autumn its warmth, and soft muted summer is going to give soft autumn its more neutral with a fleck of a cool accent to the palette. On the opposite side of the color wheel from soft muted autumn is going to be light spring. Light spring, like soft autumn, has the influence of more of a neutral. Soft autumn is influenced by gray, meaning everything has a more hazy undertone. Light spring has more of a white undertone, so all the colors are slightly brightened by white, creating an overall lower level of contrast. Soft autumn can borrow from light spring. If you want to add like a great pop of color, check out some of the lip colors from the light spring palette to give yourself a little extra pop of color on the lips. Some eye colors that we see a lot in soft autumn are going to be your warm blues, warm greens, your light kind of gray green hazels, and your lighter, more honey colored browns. Hair colors that we see a lot of are your strawberry blondes, golden blondes, and golden browns. Some great examples of soft or muted summer celebrities are going to be people like Adele, Chris Pratt, Devin Aoki, Gigi Hadid, Mariah Carey, Nicole Richie, Rosé from Blackpink, and Thandie Newton. Now, with all the bases about what is soft muted autumn out of the way, let's jump right into creating our day to night soft autumn makeup look. All right, to start off our everyday soft autumn makeup look, I've already done my foundation, concealer, and I've set everything down with powder. Remember, when choosing your base makeup, soft autumn is a palette that leans more on the neutral to warm golden side. Soft autumn might have a slightly grayer base to their overall coloring, which would mean it leans more neutral. To start complexion makeup, I'm going to start with bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It in shade 01 Light. And what I like about this is it has a very muted neutral undertone. The autumn season are one of the seasons that can do bronzer best, and you don't really have to be overly careful with how you apply it. I am going to use this bronzer to start adding a little bit of warmth to the perimeter of my face and carry it down to the neck and the ear. That way everything stays looking harmonious and flowing. Much like soft summer, soft autumn is all about that subtle flow thanks to the overall gray tonality that we find in the palette. I always like to bring a little bit on the forehead. With soft autumn being all about soft, gentle flow with neutral warmth, I like to start my eye look with bronzer. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and go into my bronzer and use this to start shaping out our socket line. And I'm gonna start working that back and forth, back and forth. In my mind, when I hear soft autumn and I start thinking about what is a soft autumn makeup look, my mind goes to that era of soft glam makeup that we were seeing. Think about palettes like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. It's more on the warmer side of neutral, and that would be a great palette to look into if you were looking to buy one nice palette that would work for every day. If you like fewer shadows, the one that I'm going to use is also a great option. When I started doing my research on seasonal color analysis and looking at the different colors that each season would suit, I started to notice the autumn seasons have such a wide array of products to choose from color complexion to eyeshadow. Think about that era where we had products like the Too Faced Peach Palette and the NARS Overload. There are a lot of neutral to warm palettes on the market, so finding shadows that are work for you is going to be a breeze. You don't have to add bronzers to the nose. That's just something I wanted to do to keep my base feeling a little bit warmer, because my coloring is light summer, so these colors aren't the easiest for me to work with, but adding some different flavors will make it work for today's video. Let's add a little bit of glow to the skin. Soft autumn is not a season that does the best with highlighters that are shimmery or glittery. We want to use something that is a little bit softer, a little bit more subdued. My favorite one that is warm and soft is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Highlight in Highlight 01, and we can use this just to add a little bit of glow to the skin. What I love about this highlight, especially for soft autumn, is it doesn't leave a metallic effect on the skin. It gives the skin an overall feeling that is slightly creamy. It almost feels like you are taking a little bit of moisturizer and dabbing on the top of the cheeks. It's a healthy glow that isn't too much. And with soft autumn being all about balance, I like to take a little bit right over the bridge of the nose and a little bit on the chin. If you're a little bit on the drier side, just over the arch of the eyebrow is also a great place. The blush I'm going to use is one from the brand Wake Make, and this is number 5. It looks like this. A soft, muted, warm shade. Wake Make is a Korean or K-beauty brand. K-beauty brands tend to offer a lot of products that look really saturated in the pan, but when you go to apply them, they tend to be a little bit more subtle and sheer, which makes finding soft tone blushes a breeze. Find a color in your palette that you think looks great, and 9 times out of 10, I find they work like a dream. Continuing on our tonality, let's add a little bit to the nose, a little bit to the chin. Now, if you want to add a pop of color to the apple of the cheek to really make things feel very fresh and bright, I like using something a little bit brighter. This is from another K-beauty brand. This is called The Same. This is the single blush in CR01. Looks like this. So if we compare our 2 blush shades, the one by The Same is just a little bit brighter. We're going to use this right here on the front of the cheek. That nice little flush. And I like a lot of blush, so I'm gonna take a little bit right on the temples inside the forehead. And that just makes everything feel very cohesive and weight. For eyeshadow, when I was going through my collection and looking at some of the eye makeup I have for soft autumn, the first one that jumped out to me was one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Luxury Palette in Pillow Talk. I love this because it has those warmer neutrals, and we even have a tiptoe into soft summer with this slightly more warm pink, which pinks are typically a little bit cooler in their undertone, but this pink here, it's almost like a soft coral pink, which will add a little bit of liveliness and freshness to soft autumn eyes. The same brush I used to apply my bronzer, I'm gonna start off with the pink shade. And I'm gonna use this just to add a little bit of warmth to the eye area. You can see it's just adding this really beautiful haze to the eyes. I'm gonna take a flatter brush and use the champagne shade. And this shade I'm gonna take all over the eyelid. We're gonna really focus it here in this inner corner to make everything feel a little bit brighter. To keep our everyday eye look simple, let's add a little bit of liner. And the eyeliner I'm gonna be using today is from Sisley, and this is a nice warm brown with a little bit of a shimmer. And you can do your eyeliner however you want. I tend to like a soft line along the top lashes. To keep our eyeliner looking nice and smudgy, I'm gonna take the warm brown from the Charlotte Tilbury quad, small fluffy pencil brush, and I'm gonna angle my brush down towards my lashes and buff over the top. As an extra reassurance, I like to take my big fluffy eyeshadow brush and blend starting at the lash line right up to the socket. I I think this look is great for an everyday eye. I'm gonna leave the eye look here for right now, and let's add some color to the lips. For lip liner, a lot of the nude pencils that we find are really great for soft autumn because they are softer, warmer neutrals. The one I'm using today is the Clinique Quick Liner for Lips in the shade number 10 Baby Buff. And you can either choose to line your lip all the way around or line and fill it in, which is what I'm gonna do. Now that I have my lip pencil on, let's add some color. One of my all-time favorite soft autumn colors, and even though it's a color that is not personally in my palette, it's one of those colors that I think it's so beautiful, I want to wear it all the time. This is from another K-Beauty brand. Feels like K-Beauty really knows how to do their soft, warm shades. This is a Roman Juicy Lasting Tint in the shade number 18 Mold Peach. Here is our everyday eye look. But what happens if this is what you're wearing to the office and you've got plans after work? How can we dial this rather simple look up? I say there's two options. The first one is make it a little bit more smoked. So I'm gonna take our smaller pencil brush and pick up a little bit more of that warm brown, and I'm gonna add a little bit more just to the outer corner of the eye. And if you're getting ready after work to go out, you probably don't have time for precision. So I just like to, I'm gonna stick it in the outer corner of the eye, do like a mix of a C shape and a V shape. Then you can either use your finger or a fluffy brush, smoke it out a little bit more, make it a little bit softer and more hazy. We are gonna use our finger to pick up the shimmery shade. And I'm gonna tap this right over the center of the eyelid. That is going to complete our day to night soft autumn makeup look. Even though this look is not really one that I can wear that easily, I'm not mad at it. I really kind of like it. I enjoy this. I think it's really pretty. It's funny how if you add the right colors, everything kind of start flowing even together, even though like I hold my hand up and we can see like I'm quite neutral pinky, but foundation made me look a little bit more neutral for the video. And this color of the sweatshirt is also really helping. But I hope this was helpful to any of you soft autumns watching this. And even if you're not a soft autumn and you just like colors like this, I hope this was a good everyday soft glam makeup tutorial for you to follow. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you found it enjoyable, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. All the products and tools used will be linked in the video description down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye y'all.